Today, everyone's favorite virtual pop star waifu is getting all up in your eyes. This is CheckPoint. Welcome to CheckPoint, where today is Monday. There isn't anything in particular to celebrate today, but that doesn't mean the games industry has been any less stupid, and wherever video game companies are being ridiculous, that's where you'll find CheckPoint. In Overwatch, even a loss can feel rewarding. When both teams fight tooth and nail to the bitter end, and only in the final seconds does the other team get enough of an upper hand to scrape out a victory, it still feels like a good match. Well fought. Until some chucklefuck on the other team types GGEZ, implying that in the face of all outward-facing facts, their victory was easy. It might not have even been GG, it might have been bad G. Which is why Blizzard recently introduced chat filters that translate the phrase GGEZ, with or without a space, into different phrases that are more real, such as, I could really use a hug right now, I feel very small, please hold me, and I'm wrestling with some insecurity issues in my life right now, but thank you all for playing with me. To be honest, we all knew that's what you were saying anyway, but now it's nice to have it spelled out. Have you always dreamed of experiencing Hatsune Miku? Well, you're in luck. Sort of. Sega is releasing something called Hatsune Miku VR Future Live for PlayStation VR this fall. It's not a game, but you get to watch a Miku concert and then use the Move controller like a glow stick. Why bother? Well, after you move the controller enough and collect enough energy, you get to go on stage and have, quote, a one-on-one encore with Miku. Okay, Sega, let's recap. If you waggle your Move controller hard enough, you get a one-on-one. In the Japanese press release, this description translates to, quote, when the voltage of the live venue reaches its climax, by the way. What kind of movement do you have in mind? Maybe a vigorous up and down thrust? Just name your VR thing Fap to Miku. Just get it out of the way. The newest Pokémon game is coming in November, and with it, a variety of new horrifying creatures for your Pokédex. We've talked before about Spoink, that has to keep jumping or it dies, and Whismer, the Pokémon that is constantly crying because it can't sleep because of the sound of its own crying. But now we present Sandygast, a living sandcastle that appears when the grudges of other Pokémons that have died in battle slink into the sand, and that uses its powers to manipulate children into adding more sand to its body. Once it has more sand, it evolves into Palossand, which can control adults to build other sandcastles for camouflage, and kills Pokémon by dragging them down into a sand vortex where they leave behind their ill will, which can eventually create a new Sandygast. Eventually, children will be terrified of everything. Is there a Pokémon that's literally just a toilet that sucks out your insides while you're trying to poop? Because there will be. Well, the Rio Olympics are over, and despite protests, Zika, polluted water, and Ryan Lochte, people are still hyped for the next Summer Olympics, coming in 2020 to Tokyo. And although that might not be because we all love to watch dressage, it might be because Japanese PM Shinzo Abe dressed up like Mario for the Olympic handover ceremony. It was delightful, but a very risky bet to use Mario like this, IOC. I'm not sure you know this, but Nintendo is very litigious. You're probably going to get a copyright strike on your YouTube channel. The new South Park game, The Fractured But Whole, shows off a bold new look at Gamescom last week, or rather, a bold new smell, with their nauseous Rift augmented reality device for smelling farts. Don't worry, Ubisoft has only made 10 of these things, and there's basically zero chance they will ever actually see retail, but even as a joke, this is an impressive undertaking. They still had to design and prototype and produce this thing, and it unleashes a stench that Polygon's Megan Farrock-Manish describes as a concentrated blast of an all-day music festival's worst porta-potty, among other things. I just hope Ubisoft keeps this technology away from Bethesda, because Dishonored 2 is coming out soon, and I can only handle so much rotting whale carcass while I'm trying to relax with a video game. Come to think of it, there are very few games I want that have smells I actually desire to experience. Cooking Mama? Flour? Does that stupid Talking Orange have a video game? I don't want to play it, but it would probably smell okay. Coming up, in a surprising move, Valve has banned Counter-Strike coaches from communicating with their teams during matches. Henceforth, coaches will be required to give team guidance during games the same way professional hockey coaches do, by dressing in a suit, crossing their arms, and adopting a permanent scowl. Yeah, I definitely don't want to smell No Man's Sky. There's no telling what those things could smell like.
Procedurally generated smells.
Procedurally generated smells. Yeah, that sounds like a terrible idea.